We're dealing in the president with a serial liar who's lied on just about everything, and whose administration just lied about the reason that why Comey was fired. He sent out the vice president and others to say he was fired because of his conduct with respect to Secretary Clinton last year, and now he says no, he was thinking of firing him before, and because of that. Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General, wrote a memo about criticizing his conduct with respect to Clinton last year, and that's why he was fired. And now he says, no, I was thinking of firing him before that.
Yeah.
So, asking for a loyalty of the FBI, which is supposed to be independent, especially when he just admitted that he was thinking of firing Comey essentially because of the Russian investigation, those two things combined make a very strong case for the president having committed an obstruction of justice, and that's got to be investigated. The president asked for loyalty from Comey, and which is highly improper to ask for loyalty from the Justice Department or the FBI. They're supposed to be loyal to the Constitution, not loyal to the president. They're supposed to be, when he's investigating allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians, to ask for loyalty from him is to ask that he compromise the investigation. Highly improper. And when he did that, and when he subsequently fired Comey, according to his own admission, because he didn't like the way he was handling these investigations and the way he was testifying about them, that raises a very serious concern about obstruction of justice, about obstructing that investigation. I think it's certainly the case that if this obstruction of justice possibility is investigated, if the question of whether Comey was fired because he was conducting an investigation, we may very well come to the conclusion that impeachment proceedings are necessary, or we may not. To fire Comey now, when he is conducting an investigation that might implicate the president, is to compromise that investigation. You cannot have the investigated or someone who might be subject to investigation fire the investigator. That certainly looks like an obstruction of justice and looks like it's interfering with the investigation, and the president essentially said that.